Hey everyone, and welcome to In Depth with Academia. This is your host, Richard Price, CEO of academia.edu. I hope you're ready for a deep dive into the fascinating world of academic research, because today we've got something, pretty unique and insightful to explore. We're going to talk about a paper titled Metacognitive Thinking and Logical Approaches After a Cardiac Arrest, authored by Diego Fontanive from the EOF project. So let's jump right in and unravel what this is all about, shall we? Now, the core question or problem this paper addresses is intriguing. It takes a close look at the role of metacognitive and logical thinking during the recovery process after a traumatic cardiac arrest. Imagine that. When someone goes through such a life-changing event, how do they process it mentally? Which approach helps them the most? It's a pretty crucial question, right? Because the process of recovery can be intensely challenging, both physically and mentally. That's where Diego Fontanive's research comes in, trying to explore if logical and metacognitive thinking can actually aid in regaining mental order, or would relying on personal beliefs, be they religious, spiritual, or even mystical, be more beneficial. The significance of this question is easy to see. After all, recovering from a cardiac arrest isn't just about the physical healing, it's also about reorienting the mind, and that can be a messy, chaotic ordeal. So, understanding how best to support someone in rebuilding their cognitive framework, that's powerful stuff. Okay, let's sum up some of the key findings. Fontanive lays out pretty clearly that after such a significant event, people often cling more tightly to their existing belief systems. This isn't just about being religious or spiritual, it's about finding a mental anchor in the storm of recovery. But, and here's the twist, is this reliance on magical or spiritual thinking truly helping, or could it actually hamper the recovery? That's where the metacognitive approach comes into play. It involves thinking about one's own thinking and using a logical, critical approach to untangle the cognitive chaos. Fontanive provides a couple of thought-provoking scenarios. In one case, imagine a father recovering from a cardiac arrest who, pre-incident, had strong spiritual or religious beliefs, along with a dabble in some conspiracy theories. In the post-recovery phase, he leans heavily into these beliefs, interpreting his survival as a divine sign or spiritual mission. This belief system ties into how he might communicate with his children, potentially indoctrinating them with these ideas. You see where this could complicate things, right? In another scenario, imagine someone with similar beliefs but with no family to influence. The risk here, Fontanive suggests, is isolation or the possibility of becoming involved with unhealthy groups that reinforce these irrational beliefs. Without critical analysis, one's mental state can spiral, leading to further confusion or even mental illness. That's a lot to take on, isn't it? Now let's pause for a second, thinking about this. Have we all noticed how often ideas about recovery focus only on the physical part and not the psychological or emotional recovery? It's a bit like, bear with me here, building a house and focusing only on the walls but not the roof or foundation. It can leave the whole structure vulnerable. Funny how that's often the case in lots of areas of life, isn't it? Anyway, where were we? Yes, the necessity here is for a thoughtful inquiry, not just accepting any approach at face value. Fontanive pushes the idea that promoting a logical and critical thinking framework might help reorganize one's cognition in a more stable and effective way. The ultimate goal is to cultivate a state of mental sobriety, free of irrational beliefs, that can foster a more genuine recovery. Big idea, right? That's the essence of this paper's argument. Of course, it's presented in a researchy, academic sort of way, but that's why we're breaking it down here today. You see, insights from academic studies like Diego Fontanive's aren't about delivering absolute truths, but about offering perspectives for us to reflect on and consider, especially when it has such direct implications on how we support individuals during their recovery journey. So what does this mean for you, our dear listener? Well, if you or someone you know is navigating a tough recovery, this study is a reminder of the importance of addressing mental frameworks thoughtfully. Whether that involves cultivating metacognitive skills or critically evaluating personal beliefs, each path has its pros and cons. Ultimately, the choice of approach should align with what supports a balanced and healthy recovery. As we wrap up this discussion, let's remember that the journey through academia, much like life, isn't about finding all the answers, but about asking the right questions and seeing where they might lead you. So keep exploring, keep questioning, and well, maybe try a little metacognitive thinking next time you're facing a tough decision. I'm Richard Price, and this has been In Depth with Academia. Thanks for diving in with me today. Until next time, take care and stay curious.